Have a good weekend. All right, got a couple minutes. Homer?
Thanks. Speaker Johnson said in a letter today if the details of the Senate deal were true, excuse me, it would be dead on arrival in the House. So how do you go forward with Senate legislation knowing it can't pass the House? Are negotiators trying to make adjustments to make it more palatable to House Republicans?
So, look, the administration has been working for some time now with the Senate to work in a bipartisan way with Republicans and Democrats to find a solution, to find a way to deal with a broken immigration system and obviously the challenges that we're seeing at the border. And we feel that it's been happening in a good faith nature, and these negotiations about policy changes, obviously, and also funding resources that will be important in dealing with that issue. Look, House Republicans, they have a choice to make, right? They have to choose whether they want to solve a problem, actually solve a problem, like the Senate is trying to do in a bipartisan way, or get in the way and score political points. That's a decision that House Republicans have to make. It's clear that senators, both Republicans and Democrats, have made their decision. They have said, we're going to do this. We're going to try and figure out, negotiate in good faith, and try to figure out how do we come to a bipartisan agreement. And, the president has been very clear. He asked in his supplemental request what he needed, what he think we needed as a country. What was the emergency ask that he had for our country in as it relates to our national security? House Republicans, they have to choose. Do they want to help or do they want to score political points?
Just one thing quickly. The year anniversary of the East Palestine derailment is, I think, about a week away now. When's he going to go? And it's been almost a year.
Yeah.
Is this becoming more of a hindrance to the president and a sign of almost insensitivity by not going?
I'm not sure it's a sign. I wouldn't say it's a sign of insensitivity. Let's be clear here. From the moment, the day of the derailment that we saw in East Palestine and what the community had to deal with, within hours, we've had federal assistants, federal employees on the ground within hours. And that was because of this president, right? Because he understood what that community would be going through. So we were proactive. And we got folks there within hours. We're talking about EPA, Department of Transportation, we're talking about FEMA, HHS, CDC, and we've been on the ground. Folks have been on the ground since that day. And this is a whole of government approach. So, and the president's going to continue to ask Congress to act. Obviously, there's a rail safety act that needs to be strengthened, and the president's going to continue to do that. As it relates to the president's trip, obviously don't have anything to announce at this time. When it is appropriate or helps the community for him to be there, obviously he will be there. He's done that. It doesn't matter if it's in a rural area, urban area, suburban area, red state, blue state. The president has always been there to assist and be there for the community. So when it is helpful, he certainly will do that. But I want to, you asked the question about insensitivity, but the president did do exactly what the community wanted him to do, or that was right for the community, was give assistance within hours of the derailment. And let's not forget, we're going to hold accountable Norfolk, Suffolk. Like, we are going to make sure that they actually, stay to account what they caused on the ground with this derailment.